Hey, Felton, buddy. Tell me what's wrong. Well, Ike, my training just ended, but I don't believe that Amazon gave me enough real-world experience to succeed. Buddy, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm always here to help. Is there any answers I can give you? Anything I can help you with? Well, my biggest concern right now is I'm not exactly sure how to load my van properly. Is that something you can help me out with? Felton, I can totally help you with that. Would you like me to show you a tutorial on how to load your van? Gee, that would be swell. One quick note before we start. This is the screen that you'll be greeted with when you log into the Flex app and answer all the questions and put in your mileage. This is the screen that comes up. You have this button here with the scan 171 packages and also this little swipe as well, swipe to finish. Do not touch this. If you swipe to finish, you cannot scan your packages and your scan compliance will tank. So make sure it's very important, make sure that you click scan packages and do not click the swipe to finish. Also, when you get in the warehouse, it is very important that you scan all of your totes and all of your oversized before you load them into your van. You're going to be sitting outside the warehouse waiting for a signal from either the lane captain or a dispatcher. And that signal is going to be a hand gesture and also a siren. And so when you're rolling into the warehouse, you're going to hit the horn and then turn to your respective lane. And this is what that siren sounds like, along with an example of the horn. From the moment the siren starts till you rolling out of the warehouse is 25 minutes. So you have 25 minutes under the warehouse roof to get your van loaded. So you kind of need to load with a sense of urgency, but not going too fast. Because if you start going fast, you're going to make mistakes, and then that's when you make your job harder. When you roll into the warehouse, you're going to stop at your respective loading space. So it's going to look kind of like this. This is space 13. And the packages and the carts will be loaded to the driver's side, the left side of your van, usually right there. They changed it around. It used to be like with Cycle C, you had to go all the way to like a specific spot to get them. But because of all of this coronavirus nonsense lately, they've been putting them or staging them right next to your van. And so when you get there, you're going to see your carts. They're going to be arranged something like this. This isn't a very good representation, but I couldn't find a better picture. So this is your first cart is going to be like right here. So this is like 1 through 9 right here. And then this will probably be 10, 11, and 12 right here. And then you're oversized. These should be staged right here in the second spot, not this third spot here. But I digress. That's fine. So on the end of your last cart is all of the carts have like a little plastic sheet. This is that little plastic placard that hangs at the end of every cart. Inside it is your pick sheet. This is going to be on the last cart. This has your route number, and it also indicates your route number right here as well. And this number right here indicates your staging area. So in the warehouse, each space has a staging indication. So this one is 11A. That means you'll be in space 11, and your cycle is A, or your loading cycle is A. So that'll indicate where you'll be able to find your stuff. This also right here indicates what number cart this is and how many carts total in your route there will be. You'll take your pick sheet, and then I usually just like to number them. So you'll put numbers 1 through whatever you have here. So this has 1 through 14. We're going to use a 14 cycle loadout today for our demonstration purposes. So this is the pick sheet. This shows you the sort zones, and so you have 13s and 14s in here. This comes into play a little bit later when we get into the oversized, but I'll get into that at a later part of the video, probably towards the end. This shows you the zone packages. So these are your sort zones. This one has 16, 15. This one's the biggest one here, it looks like, at 22. The rest of these have like 19s, and just this one has 6 in it. Okay, so there's your pick sheet. And so these numbers here are going to correspond with where they are in order on the cart. So when the cart comes out, it's going to have 9 totes on it. This is number 1 right here, which corresponds with this one right here. This one's going to go out of your van first. These are going to be the packages that you deliver first. And so then this one's 9, and so that one corresponds with this one right here. So this one's 9 as well. So this is your 9th cycle. These packages go out of your van after these packages. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to have my first tote right here. And so this tote is going to come out of your van first, but it's right here. And so we're going to load this in a weird way. You can fit 6 totes right along here if you have them with the edge of the tote over this little lip right here. This right here is that lip I was just talking about. If you put it in the right way for this loading method, it'll be kind of overlapping that lip and hanging off a little bit. So since we can fit 6 totes right here, we're going to just put tote 7, 8, and 9 right there. And so then, so 6 will go here, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like to have 1 right here because this shelf is very important to me, at least, because I like to use it to sort through my packages when I open a new tote. You have this stupid little step here is what Matt was calling it. So this one right here, I'm not going to put a tote there yet because some oversized might cover that. So we're going to put like our last tote is going to go right there. So we need to get 10 and 11 onto the passenger side tray right here. We're going to put 13 right here. 13 is going to go on top of that, and then 14 is going to go right there next to it on the floor. Okay, now let's see, we're going to put 10 right here, and then 11 and 12. So now we have 1 through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. They're all going to go right there. And so that's how I would load this van. There's different people that load it different ways. The thing about this is if you load it consistently and try to load it the same way every time, you technically know where every package is in your van if you know where every tote is. And I'll go over some of that later when we get into totes and how to figure out what cycle you're on when you're out delivering and what tote you're going to be delivering from. So we just learned how to load the totes into a prime van. We're going to learn how to load the totes real quick into one of the rental vans, the white ones, so it'd be a Ram, a Nissan, or even a Ford. They're all loaded similarly, but no 2 types of vans are loaded the same way, and no 2 drivers load a van the same way either. Just kind of giving you a groundwork to work with right now. What some drivers will do is they'll start over here and they'll throw these ones in first. And so they'll have like 14, and then they'll put 13 up here, and then 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and then they'll snake back from here, so it'll be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 will go right there. And then they'll load their oversize right here. Well, now we're going to tackle our oversize. So right here, he is scanning each one of his boxes, and as he's scanning them, he's stacking them with like cycle stickers. The cycle sticker indicates where in your route this package will be delivered. This is an example of a cycle sticker. So it's like B672C. This number and letter combo will correspond with this. This will be a sticker on one of these boxes over here. And then you will want to stack the boxes into matching zones. When you load your van, you'll want to load the last cycles in first, and then the first cycles in last, so that those will be the first ones to come out of your van. This episode of LMD Training was brought to you by Turn Signals. Let people know where you're going.